What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel, where we speak the truth, we're honest, we give our takes on AEW. It is Wednesday night, August 10th, 2022. By myself tonight, no Wesley Williams, no Cameron Johnson. It's all good. I got it right here on the Big Fight Field channel. Talk about AEW DYNAMITE tonight, which is a pretty good show, which officially started the road to All Out. Very good show tonight, in my opinion. I really enjoyed it, and we're on the road to All Out, and it's really looking nice. So the storylines are progressing. We found out the entire bracket for the Trios Championship, which is starting next week. Next week, the tournament begins, and it will culminate at All Out. CM Punk's back. And he set up his All Out main event against John Moxley. It's not confirmed yet, but more than likely, that is your main event at All Out. Title versus title. Winner is the real AEW champion. So we'll talk about that. And everything else that happened on tonight's show. So I'm not going to be here for long. It is absolutely pouring outside. And I have a feeling the electricity might go out, so I'm going to make this fast. But if you have not already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you're a new subscriber to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you clicked that subscribe button. And before we get into the video to review tonight, for all my football fans, especially Dolphin fans, Dolphins content is coming back. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do it tomorrow on Friday. I'm probably going to be doing it on Friday since I'll have more time on my hands on Friday. But Dolphins content is coming back. The season is here. Preseason game Saturday night against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The regular season starts in a month. A very exciting time, in my opinion, to be a Dolphins fan. And we'll talk about that on Friday, ahead of Saturday night's our first preseason game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, just want to say that real quick. Let's get into Dynamite real quick. Again, no Wes, no Cam, so I shouldn't be here that long. We opened up tonight's show with the coffin match with Darby Allin and Brody King, and things got intense very quickly as 3 minutes into the match. Well, first off, Brody King's making his entrance, and Darby Allin attacks Brody King out of the dark, which was very cool to see. The crowd erupted big for that, so that got a really good pop. What else? 3 minutes into the match, Darby Allin takes a skateboard and he jams it into the head of Brody King, and Brody King is gushing blood. There was, between this match and the main event, there was a lot of blood on tonight's show. For other people, I don't like all the violence. It's too violent. Those people were complaining tonight because there was a lot of blood on this show. Brody King was bleeding a lot. Darby Allin not really, but Brody King was gushing blood. He got help from the House of Black when the lights went out. Malachi Black and Buddy Matthews was there, and they were standing next to Brody King, who was struggling. Darby went for a suicide dive, but his foot got caught by Julia Hart, who was standing on the other side of the ring. And Buddy Matthews went on the attack on Darby Allin, hit his finisher. Malachi Black was right there, setting Darby up on the table. Brody King did what you call it? What's Kevin Owens' moves called? The one where I can't remember it right now, but he put Darby through a table, and Darby is laying there. Brody King is celebrating that he's going to win. Malachi goes tell Buddy, go open the casket. Buddy goes to, he goes to open the casket, and Sting is inside. We have not seen Sting on AEW since he got misted in the face by Malachi Black, and it came to effect tonight because Sting had his face paint and his right side of his eye was black. It was just exactly like Malachi Black. So it was Sting taking out Brody King and then Buddy, and then he stared down with Malachi Black, and then Malachi Black walked away. Sting followed him, and they stared and eyed at each other. Really, really intense stare down. Something is going probably all out. We'll talk about that when we get to the trios tournament. But then, so basically Malachi and Sting were out of the match. Darby Allin took control with a coffin drop onto Brody King. He then got Brody King on the outside of the ring, took Brody King's chain that he wears, and he uses it to choke out. He uses it to choke out Brody King. Brody King falls right into the casket. The casket door closes, and Darby Allin picks up the win in a very, very good coffin match. This was probably, out of the 3 coffin matches we've had in AEW, I'd say this is probably my favorite match that we got for the coffin match. I didn't do a review last week, but we got this match announced last week. I was going to say, it is true, so I will say it. I feel like, although I do enjoy Darby Allin's storylines, because Darby Allin's really good, he's awesome, people love Darby Allin, but his storylines are very predictable, if you know what I mean. That in every feud Darby Allin's in, besides MJF, he's had a coffin match. I feel like it makes it a little bit too predictable. That's just me, but I thought this match was really good, and Darby Allin got the win, and I think we're heading for a 6-man at the All Out pay-per-view, which we will talk about in just a little bit. But let me see. We had the tornado tag with the Lucha Bros and Andrade and Rush. Really fun match. This match was basically all over the place, chaotic. If that's the type of match you like, you probably loved it. I thought the match was really good. Andrade and Rush made it more personal, tying up the mask of Penta to the ring ropes so that Penta couldn't escape it. But he sacrificed his own mask to go help out his brother. He was eventually taken out. And then Rush and Andrade got the win with the hammerlock DDT by Andrade, which did not really surprise me. I feel like Rush and Andrade needed this win more than the Lucha Bros, and the Lucha Bros are fine. I think they're going to get their win back in the Trios tournament when that happens. Speaking of the Trios tournament, the bracket came out for the Trios Tag Team Titles tournament that is going to culminate at All Out. The tournament starts next week in Charleston, West Virginia. We have Death Triangle, that's the Lucha Bros and Pac, against Will Ospreay and the Aussie Open. So they're going to make an appearance in AEW, and they're going to go up against the Death Triangle in the first round. That should be very fun. We got Andrade, Rush, and Dragon Lee against the Young Bucks and a mystery partner. which is going to happen next week. The House of Black against the Dark Order, and the Best Friends against the Trustbusters. Now, no offense to the Trustbusters, I originally thought that was the new name for Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly. Is that me being stupid? It was the group of Arya Davari, Parker Boudreaux, and I can't remember the other guy's name. I apologize, but looking at this tournament, I'm very shocked that we don't have Kyle. Oh, I mean, I guess because Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly aren't cleared, so they can't do the trios tournament. That makes sense. So, the Young Bucks. Let's talk about them real quick. They had a backstage interaction with Hangman and the Dark Order, basically apologizing to Hangman for everything that Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson have done wrong to him, everything they've made fun of him. They said tonight they're in the building where Hangman won the AEW World Championship, and the Young Bucks stand there in approval for Hangman to win the World Championship against their best friend. Matt Jackson said that some of their best days in their career were teaming up with Hangman Paige in the Elite. And they said if I could go back and have that time again, I would do it all over again, but with you. And they apologized for everything that's been done. And ultimately they asked Hangman, can you be a tag team partner in the trios tournament? Hangman said no. He says he appreciates the offer, but they weren't there for him when he won the AEW World Championship. The Dark Order was. And he said this is the Dark Order's time, and he's going to be in the corner of the Dark Order when they win the trios titles. It's a seed plant. It's not saying he's not joining. Eventually, they are going to get back together. They will. But it's a seed plant. So the Young Bucks are not getting Hangman Page. He's not teaming up with the Young Bucks. And it's a mystery partner with the Young Bucks. Folks, Kenny Omega is coming back next week. I thought it was going to be last week with that Undisputed Elite segment where Adam Cole, O'Reilly, and Fish turned on the Young Bucks. Kenny Omega is coming back next week. It's going to be freaking electric. And they are going to win the Trios Tag Team titles. They're going to. I see that triangle against the Elite in the semifinals, which should be unbelievable. The House of Black against the Best Friends. That's Chuck, Trent, and Orange Cassidy. The House of Black is feuding with Darby Allin, Sting, and Miro, kind of. I don't think the House of Black is going to be in the finals. Because if they were in the finals, then Sting, Darby, and Miro would have nothing to do at the All Out pay-per-view. Ultimately, I think the match at All Out is going to be a six-man between the House of Black, Darby Allin, Sting, and Miro. So, my finals is the Best Friends against the Elite, with the Elite winning the Trios titles. That's what I think is going to happen with this tournament. I mean, I'm not shocked about it. I'm okay with it because they're some of the biggest names in the company. I would have loved to see the Blackpool Combat Club be the first Trios champions, but they've obviously got their own story. Chris Jericho, I still think we're getting Bryan against Jericho at All Out. I think that's going to start next week, and we'll see from there. But listen, man, people have been clamoring for a very long time that we need Trios titles. We want Trios titles. They're here. And there's some teams in here that, that could have been in it, but they're not. But I'm excited. I'm excited regardless. And I ultimately think the Elite are going to be the first trios champions. And it makes sense. It makes the most sense. So, see what happens. We'll see what happens. I have terrible memory. What happened after this? Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus against Anthony Henry. Squash match. Luchasaurus won after the segment. Christian Cage. Christian Cage, he was on the Titantron. Jungle Boy went backstage to chase him. Security guards caught him. And that was the segment. Last week, they did Matt against Christian. And before that, early in the day, Jungle Boy tried to run over. He tried to commit murder. Running Christian Cage over with a vehicle. He was escorted out of the building. And Matt beat Christian Cage beat Matt Hardy. And Luchasaurus came out, interrupted him. Christian ran away. These two are obviously going for a match all out. With the way things are going, this cannot be a singles match. After everything Christian said about his family and with Jungle Boy calling Christian a pussy and all that stuff, this cannot be a singles match. No, there's no way this match can be a singles match. No chain wrestling between these two at all out. With Christian running away every week and stuff like that, I think the false count anywhere fits this feud perfectly. And this feud can continue past all out. So we'll see what happens. I still think there's more to the story. We had Ricky Starks against. Or actually, no, that's next. Wardlow. No, not Wardlow. Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, and Sanjay Dutt. This group is really growing on me fast. I love Jay Lethal. Sanjay Dutt is hilarious. I don't really have an opinion on Satnam Singh yet, but this group is growing on me fast. I'm starting to like them. They came out and they talked about Satnam Singh, the way he dominated Wardlow on Saturday after the match. Jay Lethal said, "We're not even close to being done with Wardlow, and this can either go two ways. You give me another shot at the TNT title, we'll go backstage, find you, and we'll take you out for good." Wardlow came out. Wardlow accepted Jay Lethal's challenge, and he got help from. Sorry about that. He got help from FTR. FTR came out and attacked. They wanted to attack Lethal, Satnam Singh, and Sanjay, but they ran away. And Wardlow beat Lethal on Saturday. I'm quite surprised we're getting another match. However, with the post-match attack and Wardlow trying to powerbomb Satnam Singh, and Satnam Singh drilled Wardlow through the table. I don't know if this is the best of ideas, but if I had to guess, I could absolutely see a match between Wardlow and Satnam Singh for the TNT title. I mean, Satnam Singh hasn't wrestled a match in AEW yet. And I feel like he's going to be in the ring sooner. I mean, like a singles match. Sooner rather than later. And I wouldn't be shocked if TK just has the thought. The match, if they have the match is not going to be great. The match might even suck. But all they need to do is have Wardlow powerbomb Satnam one time, and that is going to go over really big. The match can absolutely absolutely suck. But one power bomb to Satnam Singh, I'm telling you, the crowd is going to eat that shit up. And I can absolutely see that happening at All Out. Now we have Ricky Starks. Went one-on-one with Aaron Solo. This match really was not long, but the finish was awesome. They were doing some exchange, and Starks hit him with a very, very nice spear. And then after the match, the rest of the factory tried to attack him, and he hit a spine buster on Nick Camarado. Hobbs saw this, and through the TV backstage, was all pissed off, and stormed to the back. So that was that. Nothing much there. Terrible memory, I'm sorry. Jade Cargill against Madison Rayne. I heard the news about Statlander. That's gotta suck. I feel really bad for her. She was positioned to win the TBS championship from Jade. I think originally Athena was going to get this match tonight against Jade. That doesn't seem to be the case. We got Madison Rayne instead. The match was fine for what it was. Jade went over, which was absolutely the right call. And then after the match, Athena was hanging out in the baddie section and pretended to be a baddie. She came into the ring, unmasked herself, and she attacked Jade and held up the TBS championship. And now Tony Khan has to go to plan B with Statlander being hurt. And I ultimately think that the match between Athena and Jade is going to happen at All Out. Does Athena win the TBS championship from Jade? I don't know. I'm not sure. So, see what happens. We'll see what happens. Got Rampage on Friday night. Next, it's a taped show. We got Rampage. I will not be here. I got work Friday night. Bryan Danielson returns. We'll hear from Hook. Got the Gun Club against Danhausen and Eric Redbeard, which I find very, very bizarre, because it was reported that Redbeard was reportedly backstage. I don't know what he was there for. And apparently he's doing this match. He's going to team with Danhausen to face the Gun Club. I don't know, man. I don't know. Who would have expected that? We got Parker Boudreaux against Sonny Kiss and Orange Cassidy against Arya Daivari. So that is Rampage on Friday night. Going to talk about the main event, and then we'll get out of here for the night. CM Punk, not CM Punk. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself, man. Chris Jericho, the Lionheart, shaved his beard. Chris Jericho looks young. He looks very young. He went up against Jon Moxley, the interim world champion. Very good match. I enjoyed the match. There was lots of blood in this match. You have Jericho tearing off the ear piercing of Moxley, which started Moxley bleeding from his ear, and then Jericho threw him to the ring post. They told a very good story that Jericho was going to wear Moxley out and stretch him and hurt him as much as possible until Moxley ultimately fights back. So the story was fine. But the bigger picture was what happened after the match. Moxley won with the Bulldog choke. Jericho tapped out. The The match was very good. If you did not watch the match, and I know it's my weekly segment, if you didn't watch the match, it should be a weekly segment because I literally say it every week. If you didn't watch this match, so here's the segment. If you didn't watch this match between Jericho and Moxley, I'd go back and watch it. The match was very good. They got a lot of time, which I'm happy about. There's usually, there was 6 matches. Matches were very short tonight. The first 2 were very good. This match got a lot of time, which I'm happy, good. And Moxley won with the Bulldog choke. And then after you got the Jericho Appreciation Society, the Combat Club, Eddie Kingston and Ortiz out there. Jericho is about to hit Moxley with the World Championship, and out comes CM Punk. Punk is back. He takes out the Jericho Appreciation Society, takes out 2.0, Garcia, Sammy Guevara, clotheslines Jericho over the top rope. He's standing there directly at Moxley. Moxley turns around. He stares right into CM Punk's face. He knew he was there the whole time. And then Moxley gives Punk the middle finger and hits him with his shoulder. So there you go. Your main event of All Out. Jon Moxley against CM Punk. I'm very excited. It feels like we're on the road to All Out, and I don't know. It could be just me, but I mean, I love AEW, but it just hasn't been that exciting. And wrestling in general, for me, hasn't been that exciting for the past couple of weeks. But now we got CM Punk back, and he's fine because he was hopping on one foot after the match. He's fine. Kenny Omega's coming back. Eventually, MJF's going to come back, and all will be fine. And I'll be invested. I'll be totally invested into what AEW is doing. But I'm excited. I'm excited for All Out. Moxley against CM Punk. Is it the biggest match in AEW history? I'm not sure. Got a couple weeks to talk about it before All Out, but I'll be here. But I'm going to get out of here tonight. I'll be here in the future, but I'm out of here for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Field channel. We'll be back Friday with our first Miami Dolphins video of the season. I'm very excited. Very, very excited to talk Dolphins football on Friday. It should be a lot of fun. Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what your thoughts on tonight's Dynamite. Hit the like button if you liked what you heard from me on tonight's video. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Conlon_Joseph. And I'll see you guys Friday. Have a good one. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy. We out. Peace.